Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today we'll be finally reacting to the newest chapter of Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun, chapter 267, titled Opening Night. Well, I'm assuming it's still the newest chapter because at this point I wouldn't be surprised if the new chapter has already came out. Just the place that I've read hasn't updated yet. I mean, I know the Raws come out, but I'm not sure about the rest. But hell, we will get to that when we'll get to that. So in the meantime, let's focus on this chapter so we won't be too far behind. Anyways, we actually start this page with a color spread as we have Balam sitting as Kiryu is offering him some wine. And it's, a stereotypical kind of, yeah, we're the bad guys kind of cover. Although it seems that Balam's outfit, the color scheme kind of changed into purple from green. But oh well, purple is always bad in green. Anyways, then we have some narration saying, the curtains close, the audience falls silent, and a new desire is born. So yeah, I'm assuming a lot of lust is gonna come soon. So yeah, anyways, we get some page that's promoting the new season that's coming out very soon. As we get to the actual story and chapter, as we see Opera sitting on a chair as he's looking down at a bunch of stacks of documents as he's thinking to himself, fuck me. As there we have Dolly-kun saying the reports have been completed. As we see him and him and Caligo, of all people, bowing before Opera. So it sounds like when it comes to sales, at least they can, stop the joking around, which is good. Unlike some other series where it feels like they are going to continue with the same joke no matter what, even when they want to have tension. Anyways, then we have Dolly explain to Oppa everything, as Dolly just goes quickly over a few papers. As I says, as we assisted our performance through the situation, the level of anxiety among the students, our decision to proceed with the exam, our speed in treating the wounded, and whether or not we should provide counseling for the students, we should review the school's defenses and the structure to identify weak points. So basically, they just went through everything to see what they should do before, everything. So they'll be right next time, which is logical since, we don't want these stuff to repeat or happen again. And it's honestly pretty admirable for these teachers to have that. It kind of does show that they are competent. It's just that the exam they were handling was very idiotic. Although it does make me, although I don't really know why they are so concerned about the mental health of the students, and they pretty much just try to explain, oh, it was just a prank or something, or some like other aspect of it. I'm not exactly sure. Like, I don't think they actually explain what they told the student. I think they just said like, oh, everything's fine, kind of deal. Maybe they did explain it was like that Atori went rogue or something, but it's unclear enough for. Anyways, there we have Diosa in the investigation on Ator is still ongoing. We are leaving no stone unturned. So basically, whatever they knew about Ator, they gotta double check as well as go into it as much as they can. Which again does make me wonder what they're looking at, especially because there's some stuff you get to see at the end of the chapter. Now, anyways, there we have Opera saying, "I see," as then we have Diosa saying, "We are also taking this incident very seriously. Therefore, all teachers have begun strict training," as we see Monoki and the Onyx like doing some kind of exercises in gym clothes. Then we have these two are the only. Then we have Infrit and the Killing Sensei going through some papers. We have Robin somewhere. I'm guessing in his range. Then we see. I think we've seen this teacher before, but I cannot remember, and neither am I sure if we did ever see him. Like, he seems familiar, but I can't put my fingers on it. He also has, this guy has like some kind of seems like snow kind of ability with two of his hairs like being each side going down. We had more like a star, so maybe he's some kind of snow wizard, but we're not sure. Again, I don't remember him at all. I think we've seen him, but I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, there have Dario saying and are preparing to countermeasures against future attacks. So yeah, we'll see how that's gonna go. Anyways, there we have Opera saying, all teachers? As always, it says, and what about her? Which is a logical question because, as we're all aware, I think from whatever they know about Atori and Shida, they can tell the two are French and are familiar to one another. So yeah, they gotta address her pretty quickly. Anyways, we have Caligula popping out where he says, Bomb and Murmur are in charge of monitoring her. So yeah, like he goes back and she's gonna be investigated thoroughly. And then we have Cargo saying they are conducting in-depth interrogation, and they will scrutinize everything from the top of her horns to the tip of her tail. If she's found to be even remotely hostile toward our school, we will give her a fitting punishment and education. As they got a shot, well, we got a bit of a shot from her. We don't actually get to see what they're talking about. We just see her sitting there calmly as they're asking her. I guess the whole process gonna go I guess the process gonna go a bit more smoothly. It's like they don't have anything, like with the exception of her, like knowing that she's was friends with Tori for what they know of. They really have nothing against her. They can really hold. Also, considering what we find out in the other chapter, I do wonder if there's supposed to be a foreshadowing with her, with Cargo about tip of her horns with the tip of her tail, and her possessing neither. Like we know that she has neither of the two, especially considering that in this chapter we have emphasis on sort of an emphasis on both of the two things that she lacks. Honestly, with the exception of her ears and possible wings, we actually don't know if she has any kind of demon features. Anyways, with that, and we actually cut to a different area as we have Ball tapping on the paper. It's like, so let me get this straight. Getting the information together. It's like, you abandoned your mission right after going undercover, went on a rampage, got your ass kicked, and barely escaped with your life. Which is true. I mean, that is. I feel like people were making memes about how this whole thing went. Anyways, there we see some water dropping on the floor. As we have Bala saying, Atori, as he's trying to send some electricity out of him. As then we see Atori and the guy be like, I guess he wasn't even healed. He was still the way he was. Or maybe that was supposed to be Bala beating the shit off him because of the failure. Or this seems to imply he was just dragged there, thrown on the floor, and said at it. And then a ball saying, every time, do you guys share a hobby of fucking up the floor? Which is true because now we have a toy crying on the floor while previously we had a Octoy or someone like bleeding on the floor while Kira was drooling on the floor. So yeah, whoever's gonna be cleaning the floor is gonna be extremely pissed off. Not as much as a ball apparently. Anyways, we have Ball stepping, as then we have Ball pretty much demonstrate his dominance over Atori as he has like his electric wings out of his coming out of him, and he's just like zapping all over as I was like, after doing something so stupid, going berserk and feeding information to the enemy, now you come crawling back. How are you going to fix this, Atori? As he's looking down at Atori as Atori is sobbing. As then we have Atori responding, well, not even responding, just saying out loud what he was thinking. Like, she kicked me. And she's snobbing and all. It's like, she's never kicked me for real. Even when we are fighting, She-chan hates me. Ooh. Then Boo-hoo, as then Ball is looking down at as Ball's like, Atori, as he gets his hand down, as though he grabs the hand as he comes the electricity down. He's like, you should thank Shida, as he kind of like patting him. As the authority says, Ball says, it makes sense if you think about it. Rather than backing you up and going down with you, she chose to do the right thing, to side with the teachers and earn their trust. And then we get a flashback of her kicking and, the surrounding of Atori. which again emphasizes the fact that she doesn't have horns, and so we don't even have her like her hair is like completely all over. There's nothing is stable. So she doesn't seem to have any horns. You can't even say that she's hiding them. Then we get a shot of her being interrogated by Balaam, as Balaam is saying she might be interrogated, but since she saved Iruma and with the lack of evidence against her, the teachers won't punish her too harshly right away. Which implies they will punish her for just not knowing that there was something wrong with Atori, or maybe not giving them a warning or something. Again, I'm not exactly sure what they know, what connection do they think Shida and Atori have with one another, but they know they are friends at least. So they are used that way. They kind of like you cannot like fire her or do anything major against her if all you know is like, oh, you do seem to be on good terms. Which again, like I'm not sure if they were in that good terms, anyways. Anyways, there we have Ball saying, which means she don't risk her life to protect you and the mission. Because he pretty much knows, like, she's in a way greater danger than you are, dude. Like, I'm not gonna kill you because you're powerful, but she's not. Oh, she's in danger. Especially with Balaam being able to ask her questions that, she has to be on a very. Like, they already were not aware of how they should respond to Balaam's buzz ability, and now it's gonna be even worse because now not only is Balaam going to have that buzz ability 24/7, he's also going to have another teacher who I think does have like does seem to have like some kind of knowledge of power or something related to like physiological, something mental skills. Which I think was even hinted at when they were like which student they want to go up against. So yeah. Shida is in trouble. Which I guess also shows how much trust Balaam has in her, the fact that she would, still risk everything. As they have Balaam saying, ain't that right? As they have Atori realizing, oh, is that so? I see, it really is, isn't it? There is no way Shi-chan would betray us. And she's all happy as Balaam is like, ugh, seriously. As they have Atori be like, phew, that's a relief. As he's all happy. Now there's some question about exactly what this is, what kind of relationship Shida and Atori have. I'm guessing Shida might have like the little sister kind of relationship with Atori because the whole thing where the older sibling doesn't is very overprotective over their little one, but they don't want their little ones to hate them. Like that's what really hurts them. Like it doesn't matter if Sulion kills him. It doesn't matter if Balam and Akala go both like beat the shit out of him. Just saying, I hate your toy would be far more of a blow against him than any of that. Like maybe it's like one of those situations like here. But we will see on that front, if that's the case. And with their ball and be like, alright, time to seriously. Anyway, you have something for me, right? Give. As they have a door, be like, yes! So I guess this is the reason why he's not gonna be punished for his failures. I'm guessing he's sad. I thought he's sad when he came here about he has something you Ball would want, but Ball was first like trying to get everything clear and intimidate and stuff like that. I guess talking about Shida not betraying him would be better than talking about something else. Anyways, then we have Atoy giving that jaw that I knew was gonna come into play because we've seen him opening it, almost giving it um, to Sabnok, as well as the paper of the Misfit class, with Iruma being on the top. Anyways, then we have Atoy saying, "It's a Misfit class stat sheets. It seemed like they could be useful, so I took them." Which interesting knowledge. Anyways, then we see a shot of Iruma's as then we see the when the Jahil were coming out as Ador says, looks interesting, right? As guess they are higher than normal students each or something. As then we have Ador also bring up the little marbles and Ador's like, and these are wicked face. As the bell stopping Ador's like, Ador, do you know what this is? And then we have Ball having the biggest evil grin you can get as his eyes are completely covered in shadow, with the exception of one of his eyebrows. As Ball says, it's Dalkia's crest. This is proof. So yeah, as we could have expected, this thing in the middle that looked like a crest is now revealed. As Damon Ball's like, Iruma possesses Dalkira's mana. To revive the Dalkira, we need that human. So yeah, get even more theories about Iruma being reincarnation of Dalkira, Iruma Iruma being like a descendant or whatever you want of Dalkira. Also, we get like cool visual of Iruma in the middle while Dalkira's like kind of looming over him. Yeah, I could come from him. Anyways, then we have Ball grabbing a staff that Samnag's father made him, and he says, and when he's revived, right, we can harvest that power for ourselves. There is a cool shot of that spear as he goes to a keyhole that he had around him. He jams it into it. He conchings it, which means there was a key to something. I'm guessing it might be something that thing possesses that he wanted on him, and he had his his I think it was cousin or whatever the Samnak's father is, build it as a weapon or as a big spear or something. I'm not really sure. I'm guessing from what we find out later, he might have already been able to open it. Just the spear was a better way to do it, a more effective weapon. Anyways, they have Ball saying, then we will. Well, ascend beyond mere demons. As we see Ball in this room where he sees like a bunch of canisters, the laboratory is we have a bunch of canisters around them. One is a giant one in the middle, which I'm guessing is where Dalkia is gonna be revived. As then we have a weird one another one that has a giant spider in a tube. As Bala is looking at canister as a toys behind him. And we then cut to something else, into a different room with the music playing. Now, this is very interesting discovery for apparently Iruma being used to like become Dalkira and being able to revive him, as well as the spider thing. Because Balam stated when he went up against a toy that there's no such thing as a spider demon. I'm assuming with that spot. I'm assuming there's no such thing as a spider-focused demon, but there are spider monster demons. So yeah, now this makes you wonder what exactly are the six fingers. Since we don't actually know a lot about their origins, regardless of how long they've been in the story. But outside the theories that this person's older brother, there is really not enough about them. And with that spine a canister and being like the one we can thoroughly see, or the one we can see in detail, is kind of giving me the idea that a toy, as well as possibly the fifth finger, the female one, the red hair, might not actually be like normal demons. They might have like some kind of gene spliced together with a spider. Or maybe like they are like they okay maybe thousands of years back there actually was a spider demon, just they went extinct, and Balam is able to like resurrect them in a sense. For what means, I don't know, but it's weird. Another thing is to point out is that like skeleton six finger, I think he's number 6, who might also have something weird going on with him. Because there's no other like skeleton like demon that we've seen, so you have to question a few things. And also with this whole Dalkira and Iruma being sort of connected, and we know that at the beginning of the story at least Iruma was full-blood human. Well, at least about there being some kind of other reveals in the future, but we don't know about them so far. There is a question on behalf of what Shida is, especially considering how they focus on the tip of a demon's tail and a tip and the edge of their horns. So yeah, and not so much. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of people theorize that Shida is either like a Delkia's descendant, like granddaughter, niece, cousin, whatever, or that she is like also a human because again she has no real demonic features to her, like very prominent. Like I think her color scheme in the anime and the manga is like very normal, like nothing special, like white hair, but that's it. She doesn't have a tail where granted not every demon has a tail. like eat a door like a Balam. Baal here doesn't have a tail. Balam doesn't have a tail. They're demons that don't have tail. Like they're demons that don't have tails. But she also has horn roots, which to be fair, Balam Author don't have horn roots. But but the thing that all demons have, or the very least most of the demons have, are wings. And while we don't know if Tori has wings, well, we know he has tails and spider arms. And we see in this chapter that Balam does have wings, while Shida has never shown wings. Granted, wings are something that can be hidden and revealed, so we don't really know. And I don't know if it was ever stated if you can see how it looks like we're about to. Like, I don't think we've ever seen how wings look like when wings look like at their back when they are in there, which I feel like I might be forgetting because I'm pretty sure we could have probably seen a back wing. Like I think Samnak has his wings always a bit out, so I'm not exactly sure on that front. But again, we have never seen Ashida having wings, and neither have we seen Iruma growing wings, so it's a question on that front. So Ishida being a human is possible, especially since apparently that's like Balam. As soon as he saw the cross, he was like, "Oh yeah, that human, he can become the kill. He can be used. He gets the kill's mana." So if Baal would already have a case where a human became a demon, aka Shida, it would make sense why he'd be so certain that that's clearly the case. So yeah, and especially if there's some experimentations with demons. So as far as we know, the Shida being a demon fairy, well, being a human fairies might increase. Now, anyways, let's end the chapter because there's nothing more left. We go to a different room, as then we see Kirio in this like a soldier-like prince outfit, very over the top dramatic kind, as he's like dancing with a dress. Oh my god! As he's with a dress, that's a dress, as he says soon, as he's getting blushful, as he continues on saying where he says, "I'll come see you soon, Io-makun." As then we see a letter on the table somewhere. As ooh, yeah, there is some messed up shit going on here for the end of the chapter, and oh my god, this Yuma wearing dresses is not gonna end anytime soon. Oh my. So yeah. That's the end of the chapter. All in all, I love this chapter. It's a villain-focused chapter for the most part, and I like the possible foreshadowing with Sheeta. I like going more into their characters. I like how they're not going generic. And I like the more fucked up ending with Kirio. And all in general, it's a pretty solid chapter. It's mostly a build-up chapter, not foreshadowing chapter, but we'll see on how things are gonna turn out, especially with Cheetah, because like I don't think she's gonna be locked up in a room for like hours. I'm sure she's gonna be there and doing stuff. I mean, I feel like Balam and Momo are probably gonna be like constantly around her, like saying, "Oh, because she's a new teacher," as well as Atoi being absent and they were originally planning on being work together, we'll be helping her in the operation or something like that. And because Robin was so incompetent at the beginning that we thought new teachers should always have a old teacher watch over them or something like that. Like I only can imagine that being the case. But I feel like that I hope we get to see that be revealed soon and not just be like something we reveal like little updates like at the end of arcs, something like that. So yeah, we'll see on that front. Now, anyways, I hope you like this chapter reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts on the chapter in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And that's it. I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.